Hello there. Welcome to another edition of Knocks to Nuggets. My name is Oluwayomi Uteh. It's such a joy to have you join me on my platform. So, it's a beautiful day. It's Knocks to Nuggets. It's personal development. It's iron sharpening iron. It's both of us learning, unlearning, and relearning just to be the best you that God has made you to be. If you're coming on for the first time, good to have you. Thank you. Please subscribe to this channel. Like this video, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it on your social media platform. Let this word go viral. And of course, don't forget to give me a feedback. Let's have a chat, let's have a conversation going on what we've been talking about. If you're first time, please look in the library. There are several other short videos there, 5, 7, 10 minutes of nuggets that I'm sure will add value to you. Simple truths that always just comes as a reminder. Honestly, nothing new under the sun, but so much to remind ourselves of. So today, I'll be following up on what I've talked about in the last 2 weeks, talked about leadership, managing people. So I'm talking today about managing teams and managing yourself. I want to try and do both together on this show. Managing teams and managing yourself. It's so easy to manage other people. When it comes to managing yourself, a lot of times it's difficult. But let's look at it. How do you get the best out of the teams? How do you ensure you are managing teams successfully? Number one, be very clear on the assignments you have. Let there be no ambiguity on the assignment of the team. What have you set out to achieve? What's the goal? What's the timeline? Be clear. Be very clear. Don't assume people know. Assumption, I always say, is one of the biggest sins of leadership. Don't assume. Be clear. Even if you are set out for a specific assignment and you think everyone knows, still be sure to remind everyone of what that assignment is. Make it clear. Number two, when you have set out on your assignment, delegate. You are not meant to do it all. A leader is not one that does everything, but a leader is one that ensures everything is done. They're two different things. You're not doing everything, but you are ensuring everything is done via delegation. That's why if you look back at, I think, a video or two, I think that last week or week before the last, we were talking about managing people. I talked about knowing your people. Now, when you know people, you know their strength, you know their weaknesses, you know how to delegate, you know what to delegate to them. Everybody cannot do everything. Everyone can do something better than the other person. Have square pegs and square holes. No matter how beautiful the round hole is, and no matter how much you love the square peg, please don't put a square peg in a round hole. It would never fit. Both the hole and the peg will suffer. So when you know your team, you know how to place them. So you can have a square peg in the square hole, the round peg in the round hole. So first and foremost, be clear on the assignment. Secondly, know your team and delegate appropriately. And number three, don't abdicate responsibility. The fact that you have delegated does not mean your hands are off. My father will always say, never expect what you do not inspect. So when you have delegated, please inspect. Be sure the things are being done when they should be done, how they should be done, that you might get the right results. Don't just sit back and say, well, I've delegated, so I've told you to go get it done. She had better get it done. Hello, if it does not get done, the leader takes the blame. And then it's very funny for a leader to come and say, it's not my fault, it's the person I asked to do it. That's hogwash. It's not acceptable. So when you have delegated, please inspect. Never expect what you don't inspect. Don't wait to the end of the assignment to inspect. Have set milestones and inspect on the way. So you can make all the necessary corrections so when the assignment is done, you will love what you get. What else? Set guidelines. What should be done when, where, by whom? Be clear about it. Don't just throw your team into the assignment, into the farm and go take a walk. No. Set guidelines and be sure everybody is following the guidelines. And finally, talking about managing your team, monitor performance. Celebrate various milestones. When people are doing things right, celebrate them, applaud them, let them know that they are doing a good job. If you keep doing that, you'll find out that your team will always achieve, and indeed they will outperform. They will exceed your expectation. So you'll not just be meeting targets, you'll be exceeding targets. So that's good about your team. What about yourself? As a leader, you must learn to manage yourself. How? Number one, hold yourself accountable to higher standards. So if you preach punctuality, be punctual. If you ask everybody to be somewhere at 8 o'clock, you get there 5 minutes to 8. Don't tell everybody to arrive at 8, then you stroll in at 8:30 and say, after all, I'm the leader, they should understand. No, it's leadership by example. It's not do as I say and not as I do. That's not leadership. So hold yourself accountable to higher standards than you hold others. Number two, be also accountable to someone. Have an accountability partner. It could be a friend. It could be a senior colleague. There should be someone you are accountable to, someone that can call you to order, someone that can also check what you're doing. You don't know it all and you have not arrived. So as a leader, be accountable to someone. I've said it earlier on, lead by example. There is nothing you should ask your team to do that you are not there with them. Now, that sounds funny. I said delegate, I've said be there with them. I'm not saying do with them. So you ask everybody, office opens at 8, be there at 8. Or we need to have devotion, be there. Or we need to have a departmental meeting, be there. Be there to give guidance. Be there to ensure that things are being done as at when due. Lead by example. And of course, for you to be an effective leader, for you to lead others well, you must be given to learning. Keep improving yourself. Personal development is not an option. You must keep improving yourself on a daily basis. Yesterday's accolade is not good enough for today. Yesterday's success is not good enough for today. There was a time I was going through my library. I was looking at some slides I did some 10 years ago, and I'm wondering, hello, whoever did the slide? I was practically ashamed of those slides, but I knew when I did them, I was so proud of them. They were like the best thing I could ever have done. But 10 years after, I'm like, whoever listened to me with this slide? Because the world is changing, things are changing, everyone is improving. As a leader, you cannot be static. You must also be constantly developing yourself, constantly evolving to be the better you. So to manage yourself or others, number one, you must manage yourself. So in managing yourself, hold yourself accountable. Be accountable to someone. Lead by example and always be given to learning. That's it for today. That's it for this edition. I want to implore you to please subscribe to this channel. Click the notification button so that each time a new video comes up, you will know. Share this video with your friends, with particularly your colleagues, your team members. Share this video with them. Help them to be better in what they do. And don't ever forget this. Together we win. God bless you.